So in the last video, we got cut off as I was beginning to add keyframes. So let's just revisit that, okay? So the keyframes you will find by going to editing up here, and this over here should pop up. And now this would only happen after you add an effect, okay? So make sure that you've added an effect to your video clip here, and then you have clicked on that video clip and you go here to editing and click on it. Make sure you have also clicked on effect controls so that you can see it. All right, so why don't we do this all over again? So I'm just going to go here and clear this, okay, and then I'm going to go to effects. All right, so let's begin again. So here I have so I select my video clip here. I go to effects, I choose camera blur, and then I drag it to there. And you'll see it show up in here. Okay, so make sure that you have, if you don't see it, make sure that you click on effect controls, then you'll see it. Okay, so I'm going to start at 0. So here I'm going to start at 0 instead of 25. Okay, which would make this not blur at all. All right, and then I am going to go to editing and click on it. There we go. And here is my timeline just for that video, that Mix It coffee powder being poured video that I'm about to add keyframes to. So I'm going to add my first keyframe when I am on 1. So I'm going to drag it all the way to the beginning to 1. Sorry, not to 1, to 0. Okay, the 0 is actually 0 of this video only, not the 0 of the sequence. So 0 here, and then I'm going to insert a keyframe by clicking on here. Okay, so here's my keyframe. Okay, so I can click here to add a keyframe, and then I'm going to add another keyframe right about here. And to add a keyframe, I go here, add keyframe. Okay. And then another one at another time here, perhaps towards the end. I'm going to add another keyframe. And then that one, I'm going to make it blur. So I click on it and I drag my mouse to the left. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I can also just enter a numerical number. Okay. Or numerical information. Of course, all numbers are numerical. Okay, here we go. And that makes it 30. And there we go. So what happens is, okay, so it begins here. It slides in. That's why you have the X here. It slides in. Okay, that's the transition effect. And then nothing happens. Nothing happens. And at here, it's still 0, but it's a keyframe from here to here. You can see it starts to blur until it's completely blur. All right, so I realized that maybe after it's completely blurred, I want to kind of end that clip. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it over here to where it's completely blurred, right? And then maybe a couple moments after that, I want it to end. So I'm gonna clip it right there and choose this and select and delete. So here I have, I'm just going to bring that to the beginning, and here I have coffee beans, and then my cup, and then the slide transition is going to happen here, and then after that, this blurs out. There we go. And there I have my short little, I think it's at about 13 seconds now. What I would like to add now is actually my intro and my outro. So my intro is going to go in the beginning. Oh, but oops, I have already created all this without doing my intro, but that's okay. I am actually going to create a new item. So I can click here. If you don't see this new item icon here, you can right click here and go new item, and then go black video. Okay, go okay. And I just have a black video, just plain video here, nothing on it, so just black. All right, and this is where my credits or my opening title is going to be. Yours doesn't have to be black. It could be a different color or a still image, or you could just have text over your current video. That's fine as well, but I want some black video. All right, so I'm going to make this shorter, this black video here. When I hover over it, it's about 4 seconds long. So that's that's all right. That's a little long for me. I think I want it to be about 3 seconds long. So when I'm clicking and dragging, I can see the duration there, right? 3 seconds. There we go. Now everything here is, has to move to after my black video here, right? Okay, because that's where my title is going to be. So I can use this tool, Track Select Forward tool, okay, to, that selects everything. So Track Select Forward selects everything, including my black video. So I'm just going to go Control click, or actually, that's okay. So I'm just going to then use my regular select tool, I guess, and go Shift and select it, and then move it over that way, okay? But I wanted to show you what Track Select Forward tool does, is that it selects everything from what you click on. So if now that everything is, after this black video, the one on V2 layer, if I click on V1, it will select everything. If I click on this one in V1, if I click on the second one in V1, it will select everything forward from there. Okay. So if I click and hold my mouse down, there's Track Select Backward tool. So if I wanted to select everything from here on, from the Mix It cup on, then it will select everything from here on. Okay, it's just a good tool to know in case you have to select quite a few, depending on where it is in the timeline. All right, so here we have now black, and then it goes into the video. So this black space here is where I can have my my credits. So I'm going to use text, the type tool, to enter my credits. So I'm going to have something called Turkish coffee as my title. So I click on this, and then I'm going to click up here, okay, in this panel here, and I'm going to say Turkish enter coffee. Okay. That's not quite the font I want, so I'm going to go to graphics up here, and here we go. And here we have a choice of different ways that you can enter graphics, right? You can also edit it yourself if you don't want to have these kind of presets. So I'm just going to go edit it myself. I want to make it center aligned here. Okay, center align paragraph, and I also want to change the text to maybe this here. Okay, and I want to align and transform. So over here is align and transform. You should be familiar with because of the other applications you've worked in, like InDesign, Illustrator, Photoshop, also have the same tool. So this is vertical center of the stage. There we go. And this is horizontal center of the stage. And you can also align several objects using these align tools, again, similar to what you have in Illustrator. All right, and there's different styles here as well. All right, so you can check that out. And now you can also apply effects to this. So I'll do that in the next video. We're going to apply an effect to this text, but right now we'll just see what that looks like. Okay, you can see that this is a little bit longer than my black here, so I'm just going to make that shorter. There we go. Now for the duration of the black text, you have that, and then it goes into the movie.